Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to import AWS S3 data to Airtable with no code. So today we are going to be importing data from an AWS service called S3 or Amazon Simple Storage Service. S3 is a cloud-based storage service similar to Dropbox or iCloud, and we'll also be using Data Fetcher to import AWS S3 data to Airtable. So Data Fetcher is a powerful Airtable extension that enables you to import many different types of data from APIs or websites into Airtable. And so this is where we're going to begin. So once you arrive into your Airtable base, we're going to go ahead and select the extensions option up here in the right-hand corner and select add an extension. Then we're going to search for Data Fetcher, nice and simple. That should pop up right there like so. Select add and then select add extension. This will bring you to the following page where you can either create a free Data Fetcher account or you can simply continue with Google. The following screen will load and this is where we can now import our data. So select the Create Your First Request button and the following screen will pop up. Here for the application, we want to select Custom so that we can set up this AWS Airtable integration. So for this demo, we'll use an example CSV file of UK government jobs data, which you can find on the exact titled blog on our website. And if you just scroll down a little bit through the instructions to find where we are, you can then download the CSV here and you can follow the instructions if you're not sure how to upload this to your S3 bucket. So once you have followed these instructions, you can come back to the following step. And for this example, we are going to use our own API. So you will have your own, of course, and we explain here how that will work differently, which I will go through. So once you have your URL, you're going to paste it into the URL input box back on your Airtable page. So we'll paste this in here like so. And now if we have a look at this URL, this jobs-bucket-data fetcher is our S3 bucket name. So replace this with your S3 bucket name. And then for the jobs.csv information in that URL, this is our file name. So replace this with your file name. You might also need to add a folder name to the URL before the file name. So once you have your own URL, you can paste it into this input box. And then below this, you will find some tabs. We're going to select the authorization tab. And for the type, we're going to select AWS Signature v4 from that drop-down menu. As you can see, the following appear. Now you will want to enter your access key and also your secret key into these input boxes. You will be able to find out more about this on our blog where we explain exactly how to access your AWS keys. But you also have the option of using a root user access key, and we have that link in the blog as well. So now that you have your own information inputted into the access key and also the secret key, we're now going to input the region. And for region, you want to use the region that your S3 bucket is in. So for this example, it is going to be US-East-1 like so, exactly as it is mentioned in your S3 management console. Now we're going to go ahead and title this request where it says request 1. We're going to retitle this to fetch AWS S3 data like so, and then we'll select save and run in the bottom right hand corner. Select continue. And now we arrive to the response field mapping. And this is where you have the option of which fields you would like to import into your Airtable base. As you can see here with these green toggles, you can see all of these fields are currently turned on. You can turn these off by simply flicking these from green to gray like so, and then this will not be imported into your Airtable base. Now, if you're wanting to be really selective, as you can see, there are actually a lot of different fields here. You can select filter all in the top right-hand corner. Click that and it will turn all of the fields off, and then you can search for which fields you would like to find in the Find Field bar here, and they will pop up, and you just simply turn those toggles from gray to green. For this example, I do want to import all of my fields, so I'm going to click that Import All in the top right-hand corner, and these all switch back on again. You can also see here that these are mapping to new fields with the same title, but you can map these to existing fields if you want to do that as well. So once you have selected which fields you would like to import, you can then select the Save and Run button in the bottom right-hand corner. As you can see, these fields are now being created. Then select Show Output Table. We arrive back to the following screen, and you can see all of this information has now been imported into your Airtable base. So this is amazing, but you would currently need to manually run the request each time you want to import any new data from your AWS S3 file. However, it is possible to make all of this happen automatically without you having to do a thing. So what we're going to do next is learn how to schedule these requests so that you can have your data updating automatically. In order to do this, we want to open up the extensions option here in the top right hand corner, and then we want to make this full screen, so just click on the full screen button. This will automatically bring us back to our request that we have already created. Open this request up and you can see all of those settings that you have already inputted, and we're going to scroll down to the schedule option. Now you will only see this if you have already upgraded to a paid data fetcher account. If you haven't yet done that, I really recommend that you do, because this allows you to keep your records up to date without having to rerun the requests. So once you have upgraded to a paid data fetcher account, you can come back and you will now see this Authorize button here. Select the Authorize button and click I understand, let's authorize. Now Data Fetcher is requesting Airtable access. Select the base, or you can select all current and future bases in all current and future workspaces, and then select Grant Access. Now you can see this turns that Schedule this request option on, and you now have the option of how frequently you would like for this request to run and on which days. So once you've done this, we can simply select Save in the bottom right hand corner and close that window over. So hopefully today you have learned how to import AWS S3 data to Airtable with no code. But if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us here at datafetcher.com, where, like I mentioned before, we do also have a full-length blog on this exact topic for you to learn that way as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn today. I really hope you have a good one.